So I'd like to welcome everybody who is here today to Goldmine in the healthcare space. If you are here today and you have been wondering, is there money to be made in the healthcare space? Is there an opportunity within this space? How can I tap into this opportunity? How can I participate in what's going on here? I'm happy to share with you very, very quickly. Now, many of us may not realize this, but it's a very simple formula that we have talked about from time to time in this place, and I'm going to be discussing that formula very quickly. That formula says wealth equals to KVN. Wealth is KVN. That means wealth is a function of three variables. One is V, the other is N, and K is constant. And I was basically saying here that wealth increases when the value you contribute increases. So if I can give an example of what that truly means, what that means essentially is if you are adding value, so let's say, for example, you are a computer engineer and you are helping people solve problems on their computers, the value you are adding, okay, the value you are adding has a value. So if you're adding significant value, you can earn from earning that significant value. If you are adding low value, you can earn from adding low value. So for example, if you are a cleaner, I expect that a cleaner will not make as much money as an engineer. I expect that an engineer will not make as much money as somebody who is taking care of human life. I expect that the higher the value you are adding, the higher the amount you're able to earn. Okay, so value is directly proportional to wealth. That's not all. We know also that wealth is proportional to the number of people that the value is added to. So if you're adding value to a good number of people, then you're able to earn more as well because you are adding value to a number of people. Now, the more those people that you're adding value to, the more they increase in number, the more the wealth you're able to create. So even if your value is not very high, but you're able to add it to a lot of people, you're about to create wealth as well. So for example, even though somebody who is entertaining you by being an actor, an actress, or a comedian, or a footballer is adding very little value, which is entertainment value, even though they're adding little value, because they're adding it on a network channel where they're able to reach millions of people, guess what? That value multiplies and creates wealth for them as well. So wealth is a function of the number of people that you're adding value to. And then last but not the least, wealth is also a function of the perception of the value. So if you're in a market where your value is perceived high, you are going to be wealthier than somebody whose value is not perceived to be that high. So the value you're adding, the percentage of that value also creates wealth. So I'd like us to give you a quick example. If you're in the room today, I'd like to just mention a profession and say low value, high number of people, or high value, low number of people. Just let's play with the first two. We're looking at value and number of people. So try and see, a particular space that somebody plays in. Maybe the person is a cleaner and the person is cleaning for a company. Okay, a cleaner that is cleaning for a company is adding value cleaning, and there are about 50 people in that place. So low value, low number of people, the person is likely to earn low. Somebody who is cleaning for one person is low value, low number of people, the value is likely to be, the word is supposed to be low. For somebody who is entertainment, for example, is low value, high number of people. Somebody who is, so let's play with a few of those examples to show that, okay, I understand how the value and number of people equation works. Because if you understand this, then you can create wealth doing anything. It's all about knowing how valuable is this value in the eye of the customer and how many people are getting this value. If you go to Mega Chicken, okay, Mega Chicken serves rice and serves a number of delicacies and food, and every day they have over 1,000 people coming to one of their Mega Chicken branches to come and eat. So there's a very big Mega Chicken somewhere around Agidingbi, and this has a turnover of over 1,000 people on a daily basis. So, and they are all contributing as much as averagely 3,000, 4,000 naira. It means that in this Mega Chicken, 4 million naira will be going down. So even though the value that has been pushed is food, the number of people who get to eat that food define how big the wealth that is created by this. So if you had the opportunity, maybe my first question is tough for you. If you had the opportunity to say where you wanted to be involved in, which one of these do you think will be more exciting for you? Having an opportunity that allows you to reach a lot of people, or something that allows you to add a lot of value to just a few people? Which one will you prefer? Lots of people or high value, few people? Let me see how we're going to vote for this. Lots of people or lot of value to a few people. Which one will be your preference? If you want to create wealth, where do you think your biggest opportunity lies? Is it in high value or in the number of people you are able to add the value to? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me see the kind of realities that we are facing or what we're looking at. Okay, excellent. I can see a lot of us are saying a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people. Good. So I assume that in this class, we already understand that real wealth is about making sure that whatever value it is we're adding is added to a lot of people. And that's why in business, they call it scale. Okay. Your business, when your business scales. I have someone with me here, for example, who has some products, that she sells. And she's, I'm sure she's imagining if she can get this product sold to about 10,000 people, how much money will she be making? Ladies and gentlemen, where the real value happens is when we are able to add the value to a lot of people. The more the people I'm able to add value to, the more the wealth I'm able to create, the more exciting it all gets. Okay, awesome. I can see that our answers are lining up. Now, this healthcare space in Nigeria, is it really valuable? So we're going to look at two things. Is it something that can create tremendous wealth? And why is it likely to create tremendous wealth? Why is this space likely to create tremendous wealth? Very simple. Let's look at the data. Now, data says 80 million Nigerians are living with hypertension. As of the last World Hypertension Day, it was discovered about 80 million Nigerians, about 30 to 40% of adults in Nigeria are living with hypertension, and only about 26.7 are receiving treatment. So 26.7 people are receiving treatment. About 50 plus million people do not even know that they have high blood pressure. Okay, we had a very nasty incident in our last trip to Dubai, and I'm sure many of the people that are distributors already know. We had somebody who we traveled with who, had a hemorrhagic stroke. This was somebody who was hypertensive, who wasn't taking their medications, who wasn't up to date on their medications, and all of a sudden had an incident. And thank God they had an incident in a good place. That was the only reason they were able to address the issue and solve the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of people who have high blood pressure in Nigeria are humongous. And for many of these who are receiving treatment, some of them are not regular with their medications because of the side effects. Many of these medications for high blood pressure have the side effects of technically paralyzing the sexual life of the people that have high blood pressure. They have a number of other things that it causes as well. So people try to avoid and try to find natural means or herbal remedies that can help them in this space as well. Okay, for diabetes, over 6 million Nigerians are living with diabetes. Over 6 million. For malaria, 51 million malaria cases are reported annually in Nigeria, and 173 million Nigerians are at the risk of having malaria. About 97% of our population is at risk of having malaria. Now, research also shows that herbal, one of the biggest reasons people use herbal medicine in Nigeria is malaria. So if you can look at the population of people having malaria and people that want to prevent, or people that are already symptomatic and don't want to go to the hospital, you can imagine, okay, the volume of people who are looking for herbal remedies. Now, according to World Health Organization, the world's population that depends on herbal medicine, okay, is about 80%. WHO Traditional Medicine Strategy Document 2014-2023 said due to cultural and historical influences in some countries, their conventional healthcare service is well established. 76 to 80% of the respective populations still use traditional medicine. This is a large number of people. This is a lot of people. Now, if you look at many other lines of business, you can have niches, you can have places you're focusing on, you can have places where there are not so many. For healthcare, it is humongous. And guess what? What causes health problems? What causes health problems is people are not eating good diet, people are not eating enough leafy vegetables, people are not exercising enough. Essentially, if you trace it down, the biggest cause of health challenges is SAPA. SAPA is actively driving health issues, because if you're not eating well, then you have a big problem. Somebody once made a quote that I can't forget. He said the benefit of herbal medicine of herbal and traditional medicine over orthodox medicine is that because many of the herbal medicine, you need to take them together with food. If it doesn't even heal you, it will cure your hunger. That one way or the other, the biggest issues causing health problems is lack of sufficient feeding or eating on the right things. Healthcare provides a huge space where a lot of people can be attended to. And that's why when we analyze and we ask ourselves, what is the total addressable market for Nigeria? We forget that we're even going Africa-wide, we're going worldwide, we're touching other places, but even just zero in on Nigeria alone and say in Nigeria, how big is the market? If you just take an addressable market of 100 million, even though 173 has been clearly stipulated for malaria, this is about an opportunity for about 2.4 billion bottles of 250 mils. If you look at the SAM, okay, the serviceable available market, that is about 33 million Nigerians, about 800 million bottles. And if we look at the sum, the serviceable obtainable market, if we decide to target just 1% of that, that's 8 million bottles over the course of the next 365 days. If we're able to achieve this goal, then close to 2,000 people will have earned 2 million naira on this plan that we have within the course of 1 year. About 7,800 of them will have earned 100,000 multiples. About 31 million will have earned 35,000 naira multiples. And 2,000 more people who have achieved something significant in level 2 will multiply those numbers by about 4. We have about 120,000 people who have earned at that level as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the market is huge. The market is humongous. It's something you want to play in. And what makes it even further, what makes it bigger, is prior to now, all our approaches, Grey Mondays, A2W, those approaches are a bit elitist. We're looking for people on top of the pyramid. With this particular initiative called Helping Life 2.0, we are looking at everybody, middle class, low income earners. Everybody can do this. Everybody can spare 2,500 naira to buy one bottle. Almost everybody can stretch themselves to pay 7,500 to buy 3 bottles. And guess what? From paying 7,500 naira to buy 3 bottles, you can be well on your way to earning 6 million naira over and over and over again. Yes, you heard me correctly. From 7,500 naira, you can be on your way to earning 6 million over and over and over again. Now, very quickly, in the chat box before we go far tonight, I would like you to just type your goal and your desire to say over the course of the next 1 year, starting from the month of September, starting tomorrow, how many times will you like to earn 6 million? Okay, type your wish, type your desire in that chat box there. How many times will you love to earn 6 million? Now, once you tell me the number of times you like to earn 6 million over the next 1 year, I will now explain to you how you can make it happen. Okay, somebody said 10 times. Somebody said 5 times. Okay, Mrs. Dibba says 10 times. Mrs. Feyo says 5 times. Alicia says 6 times. Mrs. Folashade says 10 times. Somebody said endless. Somebody says every month. That's 12 times. Olariwaju Ogola says 6 times. Christian Edgeworth says 50 times. Wow. Yan Guccio says 10 times. I can see 6 times. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nobody who places a limitation on our dreams. Anything we want to achieve, we only need to be willing to go for it, and we will achieve it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about asking, where am I? Where am I planning to go to? And what do I need to do to get there? What do I need to do to get there? Ladies and gentlemen, dreaming is absolutely free. There's no tariff charges. There's no billing on our dreams. But the next thing we want to do after we have the dream is get to work. And if you're going to get to work well, you need to understand how the system works. So the question is, how many millions will work for you over the next 1 year? Somebody says 3 times. Somebody says 50 times. Somebody says 10, 5, different strokes for different folks. Your desire is your possibility seeking expression. Your desire is what is possible for you seeking expression. Is your heart telling you this is something that is available for you? That's what you're going for. Now, let me show you how this works so that you can understand this very clearly. It's important you know and understand how this works. Let me break this down for you very quickly. Now, the best way to drive is, if you want to enjoy speed and you want to earn multiple times, the best way to go for this is start with a 3-pack. I said start with 3-pack. What does that mean? It means you are paying for 3 bottles of Reader 250 mils. Reader over the last 3 years are sold in the market for 2,500 naira. 3 years inflation, all kinds of challenges in the economy, the numbers of things are going up. Reader 250 mils are stayed pegged at 2.5, and we are staying pegged for the next 1 year as well. This is the original 250 mils Reader, the one that was clinically tested and tried and seemed to be good for high blood pressure, seemed to be good for diabetes, seemed to be good for arthritis, the one that's been used, people have used for pregnancies, to get pregnant, for fertility, the one people have used for hormonal imbalance, the one that people have used to take care of, dysmenorrhea, menstrual pains, active menstrual pains, the one that people have used for a variety of things, even on the skin. The Reader Herbal Bitters 250 mils, is what is being used here. It's 2.5 per bottle. So if you pay for 3 bottles, you have paid and you get immediate value. Your total value is given to you. Now, once you do that, you want to get 4 other people who do exactly what you have done. Nobody is at a loss. Nobody can lose here. Please, somebody tell me in the comment box, no loser. For this particular plan, there is no loser. Everybody pays. You don't get less. You get the value that you paid for. So if you do 3 bottles, 7.5, there is no loser. So you get those 3 bottles, you invite 4 people. These 4 people also pay for their 3 bottles. They are not buying from you, they are buying from the company. Everybody buys from the company. They only show who they are related to. They only connect with who they bought from. So your 3 people, you do your own 3 bottles, your 4 people do their own 3 bottles. You have nothing to sell. You have no extra products to sell. As far as switching is concerned, you're just building a team and enjoying loyalty from a very transparent loyalty system where you can see how your money is being paid. Your 4 people come in, your 4 people do exactly what you did. They bring in their own 4 people as well. Now, the moment you do that, 3 of you will enter level 1. The moment you fill the feeder, and you are filling the feeder with 3-pack people. If it was one bottle people, you will enter once. But if you are entering with 3-pack and your team, your 4 and their 4 are entering with 3-pack, that's a very solid way to build your base. You enter into level 1 3 times. The moment you enter level 1 3 times, you are also giving 3 re-entries into the feeder. The company is saying the next 3 entries you have in the feeder, you don't need to pay for. The reward that pays you that way is that once you leave the feeder, every position that leaves the feeder gets another entry in the feeder. So your 3 positions get repeated in the feeder again, and now you're in level 1. Once your 4 people join you in level 1, you will leave level 2. If they join you with 3 packs as well, you will enter level 2 3 times as well. Now, this time around, when you move from level 1 to level 2, 2 things happen. 1, you are paid 10,000 naira per position, meaning you will earn 30,000 naira. Now, you earn 30,000 naira, the company gives you 3 re-entries again into the feeder, meaning while your initial re-entry is moving forward, you have another re-entry that is able to help you moving forward faster. So guess what? You move to level 2, you earn 30,000, you also enter the feeder again. When your level 1 people come with their 3 packs and join you level 2, you move to level 3, you earn 35,000 3 times, 105,000, and then you get the re-entry into the feeder again, also still pushing you towards your next 6 million. When you leave level 3 and your people come to level 3 and join you, you move to level 4. You earn 100,000 3 times, 300,000. And then guess what? You enter into the feeder again with another 3 pack still going within the system. When you enter level 4, you now begin to wait for your team to join you level 4. And as they join you, every one person that joins you level 4, 100,000. They join you at the 4th level, 100,000. They join you again, 100,000. They join your 3 pack, 100, 100, 100. And then when the last 4th bottle comes in for your 3 pack and comes in for you as well, guess what happens? You will earn a million. About 6 million value is represented at that level 4 in popping out. You have popped. Ladies and gentlemen, this is super exciting. If you look at the table by the side here, you will see the power of 4 table. Power of 4 table says, first week, I get my 4. Second week, my 4 get their 4. I move to level 1 3 times. Third week, The 4 of my 4 get their 4. I move to level 2 3 times. 4th week, the people who have just come on board last week get their 4. 5th week, the people at the lower end get their 4. By the 6th week, I will pop 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have earned my first 6 million, and then I will have from feeder 3, from feeder, living feeder 3, from living level 1 3, from living level 2 3, from living level 3 3. I'll have 12 entries still in the matrix, making their way towards level 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it becomes super, super exciting. And in case you are wondering, how is this arranged? The arrangement is not showing yet because we are still in pre-launch. And because many people have not ordered their system, we're giving people till tonight to ensure that people are arranged correctly in their teams so that nobody misses out of the pre-arrangement. How will the bottles be? Your 3-pack will land like this. Okay, it will be showing your matrix like this. If you already have your 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will show like this. And if your 4 people already have your 4 people, you will see that all those people will come on board. If you have your 4, 16, if you have your 4 and 16, you will find yourself in level 1 3 times already, because as soon as you pop from here, you enter level 1 and you enter there 3 times. So you can see what happens when you've done the first one, you enter level 1 3 times. And then your own people come and join you as well. They're coming with 3-pack. So yeah, they're also coming 3 times. And because they're coming 3 times, once this last one happens, your level 2 is opened and you are there 3 times as well. And then you are earning all the money that comes with it. You move from level 2 to level 3, you go there 3 times. Okay. And then from that level 3, you move again. As soon as that is filled, you enter level 4. And here it gets exciting, because if you enter level 4 3 times, guess what happens? Every time a new person joins you, there's money to be earned. That's 100,000. Next one joins, that's 100,000. And then because you have 4 positions under them, under the first one, you also earn another 100, another 100, another 100, another million. And your first travel, you've already qualified for your first travel of 700,000. And then you go again, you earn another 100. There are 2 waiting at the base. You earn another 100, and then you earn 100, 100, 100, and then a million again, and then a million there as well. And then you have 3 travels, 3 million, 3.9 million naira cash you've earned across the levels. It is freaking amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how it works. And these boards you are seeing here, you will soon see them live in your back office as soon as we enter in all the data of all those who have paid. Now, today, I realize a lot more people are paying today because they want to meet the deadline. We will extend by a few days to get the leaders to be able to ensure that the arrangements are done properly. Now, this is not something you can blame the company for. If you want to hold anybody, hold the person that's invited you. Make sure if you have your 4, make sure your 4 are captured under you. That's all you need to worry about. Worry about yourself and your 4. Your 4, let them worry about what themselves and their 4. If everybody's arranged correctly this way, we will have a very good showing to kick off. I'm happy to announce to you that amongst the teams, about 2 teams are almost ready. We have 2 teams that are not finally ready yet. We expect that they'll be ready very soon as well. We have today, please talk to your uplines. If you have not paid, if your 4 have not paid, send all the resources in, fill the forms, let the usernames be there, because by tomorrow or thereabouts, I'm going to give a little bit of a leeway, allow people to do what they can do with the little part of this week remaining, but want to have significant work done today, because from today, even though we're doing the user extension, from today, the first 4, the first 16 will be entered into the system. By tomorrow, the next 64 will be entered into the system. And then the next 256. And if you have done your 1, 4, 16, 64 already, then that's very, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be hair-raising. It's going to be fun. Somebody's asking a question. Is it only for the members of Goldmine community? No. This is for everyone who is listening to me, who was invited by someone here. Now, what we're doing here is we're finding a very interesting way to democratize the green community, allow people to be able to drive this independently, and then upgrade to join the green community later if and when they want to. So this is basically saying we know that the numbers are not on top. The numbers are the base of the pyramid. I want you to go for this number where there are a huge amount of people suffering from diabetes that don't know, high blood pressure that don't know, malaria that don't know, arthritis, paralysis, arthritis that they don't know, all the challenges that people are facing that they don't know. We want to be able to reach people at that level and be able to help them out. Ladies and gentlemen, you are doing 3 phenomenal things on helping lives. 1, you are taking care of your health and extending the same care to your loved ones. 2, you are ensuring that you are empowered to make more money to war against these challenges, financial challenges that are real. People need extra income. And 3, the company says when you do pop, once you pop, the company is going to sponsor 25 children. There's going to be support for the academics to help them develop competence in one of the most important courses in primary school. They're going to help malnourished children. They're going to finance market women so that they can live a better life, send their children to school and support their families. Ladies and gentlemen, these 3 things you are doing at once by buying a product for the price that we normally sell it for. How do I join a team? There are 4 teams. There's Team Flow, there's Team Thrive, there's Goal Crushers, and there's Trailblazers. How to join? There's a form to fill. Okay, there's a form to fill. Ask the person who's inviting you to give you a form to fill. All of these forms are going to end this week. This week, after this week, there will be those forms will not exist anymore. Everybody who wants to fill form will now need to go directly to the site that is being created so that they can log their positions in and plan and prepare. Ladies and gentlemen, in this, you are losing nothing. Nothing lost, nothing lost at all. You are only gaining value and more value. And I'm sure some people have questions, so I'm going to answer a few. Okay, but the whole idea here is we are building this to be a fiery horse so that when we join ourselves to it, we can have phenomenal value. Okay, how do I join a team? Get the link. There's a link. Fill the form, make your payments, and tell your upline, you're my upline. If you don't have an upline, go to somebody who invited you and let them tell you, their username so that I can fill it in your form as well. Or you can fill their names there, we'll figure it out. Over the course of the next few days, we're going to be populating the database so that when the matrix is live, people can see themselves as they are, in the positions that they are. Ladies and gentlemen, don't sleep on this. Some people are thinking, I don't want to do another thing. Do this, ladies and gentlemen. My recommendation, don't only do this with all your might. Because guess what? We are stretching into a terrain where a lot more people are. We are going to the grassroots, where the real challenges are, where they cannot really afford, the regular health care, where the side effects and the symptoms are most troublesome. We're going to that base, plugging with this. All you need to do is do not compromise on your form. Don't put pregnancies there. Don't put babies that are not born there. Don't put children that cannot do anything there. Put real people who have real friends, who have real connections. Don't compromise on your form and can enjoy phenomenal value. For everybody here who has an office, you have a shop, you have a center where some activity is going on, maybe it's NIN you are doing, or you are doing something, those places become exceptional value for you with this opportunity. You are able to connect with real people who can afford small amounts of money and who can begin to build significantly to gain value on this. Do not waste your space. You can earn 6 million naira over and over and over again, okay, over and over again at this time. Someone is asking, what if my people do not have internet access or they are not internet compliant? You can fill forms for them. You can become their helper. Remember, this is called helping lives. It's about helping other people's lives. First, of course, you are helping yourself, and then you are helping other people as well, with their life. So you can fill forms on people's behalf. You can help them out in every way you can. Just make sure that you communicate to them. This is what this is about. This is what you are getting, and this is what is available if you behave in a certain way. If you go all out and share and spread the news, you can earn 6 million over and over again within the course of 365 days. And I wanted to stress that. Okay, I wanted to stress is 365 days. In 365 days, a new promo will start with a new product on a new platform. The current promo will continue after 365 days until any month where nobody pops. So the day this system will stop completely is a day when in a particular month, nobody pops. Once 30 days goes in a month and there's no pop, then that's it. But guess what? This is to help us communicate the need for speed, the need for realizing this time bound. 6 weeks is long enough for people to pop. If we do it with the right momentum and energy, it should start with 6 weeks and then it should be faster from there. The first 6 weeks are going to be the most difficult. It may stretch beyond that, but once the momentum is gotten, what it takes you to build to earn for the first person to earn reduces what is required for the second person, reduces what is required for the third person, reduces what is required for the fourth person, and then it reduces there going forward. So the idea is drive this well, drive this energy. The rewards and the charity are a bonus. Everybody gets value immediately. Okay, this is need for speed. And then, of course, towards the end of this, people will give you an opportunity to participate in this one and to take position in the next one. To participate in this one and take position ahead in the one that is to come as well. So at this point, what you need to do is come on board. Don't come on board with 1 bottle, come on board with 3. That's a 7.5. Okay, come on board with 3, that's 7.5. So that what you will now need to do is look for 4 people who can afford 7.5 each, and then let them use their name to plug in. Give them the link and then give their name to plug in. 7.5. If you have only money for 2.5, wait until we launch. Okay, opportunity for 2.5 will wait until we launch. When we launch, people that want to go in for 2.5 can go for 2.5. We currently have 3-4 categories. We have people who are going in for 60,000. We have people that are going in for 30,000. We have people that are going for 15,000. And we have people that are doing 3 for 7.5. We are giving this opportunity for people who want to be pioneers or who want to start a little ahead, and drive this. After we launch, 2.5 will become possible. But my advice, if you take my advice, my simple advice is, if you want to drive this well and achieve significant value with driving this well, what you really want to do, what I would recommend is start with a 3-pack. Build your team on 3-pack. It's faster. It makes you able to earn in a matter of weeks. Okay, it's faster, it's quicker, and then you have 3 going per time. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to open the floor now. Does anybody have any questions? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, ask away. This is something that will explode. It will explode. Okay, because why will it explode? Because one of the formulas for wealth creation, as opined by The Science of Getting Rich by William Wallace, says if you want to create sustainable wealth, give people more use value than the cash value they pay. Make sure that people get more benefits than the value that they paid. So if you're paying 7.5, you're getting 3 bottles, you're getting an opportunity to be able to earn reward, you get an opportunity to be able to support charities. That's a lot more value that you're paying for. And because nobody's being cheated. There's no loser. Everybody gains. Because it's operated this way, everybody can win all the way, and then we can drive momentum. The real deal here is how quickly we build the momentum so that people can earn with rapidity. Another thing I've not shared with you at all is that for everybody who joins you, for everybody you are who joins you as a person, you earn a little token for everybody who joins directly through you once we launch. You earn a token for everybody that joins directly through you once we launch. You also earn the people you sponsored. When they earn, at every stage, you earn as well. At every stage where your people earn, you earn a 10% of what they earn. So when they earn, you earn 10% of their value as well as your own income. It is super, super exciting. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please ask your questions. I've answered a few questions already. If you have more, you can type it in the chat box or you can lift up your hand and I will invite you to share your question. Okay, this is a no-brainer. This connects with people at the grassroots level in spaces before where we did not have trade partners, where we did not have stockists, we will now have merchants. Okay, there will be a merchant registration process that will kick off in a few days to come. They will become merchants and you can gain value from being a merchant as well. All trade partners, all stockists are already qualified and active to become merchants. You can become a merchant as well. If you're already in Green Mondays, you can be a merchant very easily. You just need to make the right purchase. So all of these things are there and available as opportunities for you to harness. Ladies and gentlemen, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is when? The next best time is when? Type the answer in that chat box. The next best time to plant a tree that fetches you income, a tree that makes you earn, is now. Thank you, Sholadai. Now, okay? Do not miss it. It is now. Someone is asking, how do we get the forms? Raymond, you need to contact the person that invited you Let me see. Olamiji, do you have the link for the forms? If you have the link for the forms, we can share here. Let me see if I can get you the link for the form directly from here and share with people that are interested. Please do not waste time on this. This is too cheap to become something that gives you a problem, okay? This is not something that you need to, to belly ache too much about. Just take action. Just take action and make this happen, okay? Take action and make this happen. Let me see if I can get the link to trace your upline. Good, thank you. That's the link. How do I trace my upline? If you don't know, if you have somebody in your genealogy who invited you for the meeting, maybe you can do that. Who invited you? Let's know who invited you, and then you can just put the person's name there. We'll do the tracing for you at the background. Okay? It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to take action. If you are here today and you're a guest and you want to take action, okay, just put something there in that chat box there and say, I am ready. This is something, a no-brainer. I went out a few minutes ago to go and buy some things, and I found out that groundnuts, one bottle of groundnut that we used to buy for 500 naira, 600 naira, 700 naira is now 1,600. And I was afraid. I was afraid because if basic things are getting so expensive, I imagine what will begin to happen. I imagine how desperate people can begin to get. William Wallace said the best thing you can do to rid the world of poverty is to get yourself out of the poverty space. Get yourself out of the poverty space, and then you can see clearly enough to help others. You can see clearly enough to help others. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Helping Lives. We didn't call it Helping Lives for nothing. One of the charities we're supporting is Helping Lives Together Initiative. One of the charities we're supporting is Mass Combat. One of the charities we're supporting is Community Port. By helping with these things to ensure that when people earn their 2 million, when people get their value, people that cannot afford it are getting value as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see I'm ready to drive with passion, ready to take action, taking action. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening today. I can see that we're ready. Let's position. Today alone, I got 7 people to make their payments within an hour. I just said, guys, I'm trying to populate some numbers here. You're interested, fill this form, pay, give me your username. Fill this form, pay, give me your username. Okay? I know that once we start, it's going to be more exciting because people will be able to see what they're doing, and then we can move and drive faster. But for those who are building the structures before they can see, I know that there's a lot that is about to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure sharing with us today. If you know, and you know that the next 1 year will not be like the last 1 year. It will be more exciting, more purposeful, more driven, more exciting. And we're going to have more trainings, more development, more meetings. And by the time we're doing the event on September 25, our go live date, September 25. By the time we're going there, the minimum check we're going to be giving is 100,000 naira check and multiples of it. If you know that you're going to collect a check on that day, please sign out with an exciting message saying, I will be one of them. I'm getting my check. I can write the number of checks I'm going to get by that day on that chat box. Thank you very much for listening to me. God bless you. Well done. Well done, everyone.